Hi, though my vacay is over, I went to California last week. I'm continuing it with Grimm Vacay, one of their many different dry hop sour beers. It was released last year once, but this is the 2017 April version. And they don't really tell you much info on the bottle or like anywhere on the internet about this year's version, but if it's like last year's version, it's a never boiled sour beer. It was conditioned on oak, and they dry hop it with Huel Melon and Hallertau Blanc from Germany, and then Southern Cross from New Zealand. And people liked last year's quite a bit. Let's see if I like this one. Some of their dry hop sours I like a lot, especially some of the fruit ones that have fruit and dry hopping in them. It's 5%. I think it was maybe a little lower last year. It could have been only draft last year. I think that may have been, but I'm not sure. And it's got to be pretty fresh. It says April that it was bottled, and it's April April 28th, but only a few people have checked in this year on Untappd, and it's got a pretty nice head for a sour beer. I poured it kind of hard, but I like to have a nice display of head. It's real hazy. A lot of Grimm beers are pretty hazy, but not quite like this. And it definitely has that lemony tartness going on. But yes, there's some sort of soft melony thing. A little bit of peach. Pineapple, yeah, the dry hopping is making it not just pure lemony lactic acid. Yeah, it seems like the hops will not be overwhelmed with the sourness sometimes, especially with Grimm's dry hop gozes. Those ones I often am like, where's the hop aroma and flavor? They just are really tart gozes first. This one has a nice hop aroma. It's not just pure like sweet tarts and candy and lemon. Ooh, not as sour as I thought it'd be. Very refreshing, dry, kind of like a juice spritzer thing. It's not super juicy. It doesn't have really much of a full body, but very pleasant to drink. I bet they use the same hops. It seems pretty melony to me. I'm not getting any of the harsher, more pepper notes from the New Zealand hop, but I don't really know Southern Cross so well. Maybe it helps shift the sourness away from lemon to more of a tart white grape thing. Yeah, it's really, really easy to drink. One of my Untappd friends said about last year's batch that it's a good beer that's like so good that you kind of forget you're drinking it. I would say it's just effortless to drink. And I think the name Vacay is very, very good in terms of that, because if it's a really intense in your face beer that takes a lot of effort to drink and a lot of thinking and a lot of working on your palate, then that's not like Vacay. Vacay has got to be, super pleasurable. And they kind of captured it in a glass in this, and also without using any tropical fruits at all. Yeah, I really like the melony notes to it. It's definitely more of like a cantaloupe with some tart peach and pineapple, but not super sour, not super juicy. It's a simple beer. I'm not getting too much oak at all. Maybe it just adds a little bit of a drying, savory finish to it. Yeah, it's actually pretty different. I mean, it's not so different from Grimm, but it's not big on the sour or big on a big added fruit or big on something. It's maybe what you'd call a more balanced beer from Grimm, where usually the one part of their beers is going to be kind of in your face. They're going for that a lot, but this one is super pleasant. And also, yeah, it says brewed by Grimm at Beltway Brewing in Sterling, Virginia. Even though they're New York based, these bottles are made down there. I think they brew their canned IPAs in New York City. I'm not sure. But yeah, I mostly can just get theirs on draft up here. But I'll do 82. for the Grimm Vacay.